It's like we're in an interrogation room.
Is it?
All you see is just a gray background.
It's like when we were at your brother's house doing that one, sitting in front of the wall.
Oh, the collaboration with Cockadoodle Farms. Yeah. It's like, where do we set up? Let's just do that.
I made this accent wall.
Well, I think today we're going to do something a little different.
A little different.
A little different.
We are going to try to answer some questions about the house that y'all have had. And maybe that we have had.
Some things we didn't think about, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. So, most frequently asked question.
Around the house? Or
around
just,
the house.
Okay.
Well, probably in general, is when are we moving into the house? Nate in the hot seat right off the bat.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
When it's ready?
Well, okay, yeah. Probably not until either the end of December. I would say probably that's the soonest we could realistically think about moving would be end of December. And we're recording this at relatively the beginning of November. So basically 2 more months.
Yeah.
And I'm just gauging that off of how long it's taken me to do just the various things that have been done since getting drywall in.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me an entire week to paint. It took me an entire week plus to get the insulation in the ceiling.
Took you about a week to decide how you wanted lighting. It's true.
Yeah.
But those are all done-ish.
Ish, yeah. And then it'll probably take me a week just to get the ceiling wood in place, because that's staining and then putting up. And if I try to do it myself, it's just trying to hold boards in place.
You're not doing it by yourself.
Am I?
I'll help.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking. So
Yeah.
and then there's still putting the kitchen cabinets in place. Thankfully, we have nothing but lowers. We don't have any uppers.
Right.
So that will help, but
We have one upper to put up. It just goes
above the
fridge.
refrigerator, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and then there's 2 bathrooms to finish. The hallway bathroom, I can put the tub in place, and I already know that I made a mistake for the walls around the tub, because I was going off of us using some tiles, some really thin non-tile tiles that you bought.
Yeah, it's metal peel and stick tile.
Okay.
Is what it is.
And I thought we were using those as the tub surround. And so I measured all of the stuff with drywall plus that attached to it. And then found out later, no, that's not what we're using. And so now you and I have to decide what we're going to be using for the surround for the tub area.
Yeah.
So that means I have to probably take down the drywall that we put up. That was
No, not necessarily.
maybe.
It
depends.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
But yeah, I think we can find a solution of a tile that's about the same thickness.
Okay. So we have to figure that out.
Yes.
So the tub, the tile, surround work, putting the shower head and stuff on, that won't be a problem. And then I think I put the bathroom cabinet and sink in after I get the floating floor laid down. I think I do that. No,
it would be first.
It'd be the same as the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's Now in the master bathroom though, I can't do the toilet or the tub until the flooring is in.
Right.
But I can do
The cabinet.
And then there's the water lines to the cabinet. So there's still a lot of the things that I have to do is still going to take me a long time to do. So I'm thinking minimum 2 months. Realistically, we're probably 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So making it in before winter, I don't think so.
Well, before winter's over. Hey, we did not specify.
No, I did. I said,
you did.
I said before winter. I
Okay.
wanted to be in before winter.
Yeah.
So,
So that brings up kind of a follow-up question of why are we not moving in to the construction zone as a motivator to get things done sooner?
Okay, I'll answer that question, but I want to continue on.
Oh, there's more? Okay,
well,
sorry.
So the flooring has to be put in place.
Yes.
And then there's the doors, painting, depending on what kind of doors we get, the internal doors, painting them if we have to, putting those up. The new front door, putting that up. I'm just going through the checklist, right? Trim.
That has to be in before we move in?
And I think that'll be it, other than I keep forgetting I need to work on the office closet.
Yeah, that hasn't been painted.
And then if we're gonna do any shelving and stuff.
Yeah. And for me, we've lived in a construction house before. I've lived in several renovation spaces before. And I won't do it again.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it motivates me to work quicker.
And it won't motivate me to work quicker.
If anything, it motivates me to skip things.
Exactly.
And just be okay with the fact that there's no trim on the walls, or there's no floor baseboards, or there's, hey, I wanted to do this, but now there's stuff in the way, and now other projects. So for us, the way that we've found remodels work, because we lived in a house where we ripped out a kitchen and I had to use a bedroom as a kitchen for months.
Yeah.
And that was awful. And that bedroom ended up being then a renovation space after that for quite a long time that we never really got to finishing until we put the house on the market.
And we didn't do that because we were living in the house and that was your office.
Yep.
Because you were working from home at that point too. And so we just never got to it until after we put it on the market.
Yeah, well, it turned into Ethan's bedroom, but yeah, and then my office moved. And anyway, so yeah, we know ourselves well enough to know that that is the absolute wrong answer for us.
For us, it is.
For us. And anyone that can do that, we did it with kids, it was awful. We've done it without kids, still awful. Just with how messy it is. And, I work from home. And so if he's banging on stuff and cutting stuff and I'm trying to be in a meeting, it's just not, it's not realistic.
There's that too. Like, I can't make enough noise. We have to constantly move things around to finish whatever project I'm working on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
At minimum, it would be, for me, to move in, at minimum what I need to move in, the kitchen done, the lighting done, the floors in, the bathrooms in.
Yeah, we can do all
and the doors.
We can do all of that. We could do it, the doors aren't painted. We could do it where there's no trim. We could do it where the ceiling's not finished out. We didn't finish the beam. We can do it where the light switches for those rooms are working, but everything else isn't working.
Right.
Like, and then it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, for me, I would much rather have it finished. And even if that means
living in the RV
living in the RV a little bit longer, then that's what it is. Yeah. So that's where we're at. That's it.
Yep.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's still a lot. And there's probably another question then. Why don't I just hire people to come and help?
Money.
Yeah.
We can't afford it.
Yeah. This project has definitely become way more than both of us thought. Hang on one second.
Yep.
This project has definitely been
taken on
way more, both in time and in money.
Yes.
We both anticipated kind of doing the lipstick on a pig. Is that a wrong thing to say?
No,
Okay.
That's what you anticipated. I anticipated to be a little bit more than that.
All right, so.
But not to this extent of ripping out floors and completely putting in new floor joists and seals, and like, I didn't quite anticipate
no, me neither.
that extent.
Not even close.
Or putting a new wall, or or putting in a new ceiling.
Yeah.
Dropping the ceiling, putting in a beam, getting rid of walls, like that was a lot extra.
Oh yeah.
Don't get us wrong. Very, very glad we did it.
Very glad that we've done it.
However, financially, we don't have enough to continue the project and pay for people to help.
Right. So
unless it's something that we know we cannot do ourselves.
Yeah. So when I had the stuff I knew, like for example, the floor joists and the subflooring, I still think I could have done it myself, not even close to as fast as when Jim helped. The roof rafters and that beam, going through and working with Jim, I don't think I could have done it myself.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot of work, and there was so much knowledge and craftsmanship that he had, that he brought to the table, that I could not have done that, specifically not in the time frame that we did it.
Right.
This other stuff like painting and trim work, and I can do, and yes, it will take longer.
Drywall was one that we absolutely couldn't. Well, we could have, but not.
I could have done drywall. I hate drywall, and I also know that it can look really bad. Like they did a really good job.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
There's a few little areas where I'm like, but I'm just gonna let those go.
Yep.
I'm just gonna let those go. So yeah, it really does come down to the money. It would certainly save us a lot of time if we were to hire some people or another person or whatever to help finish off things, and it would go faster. But there's other things on this property and other projects that we want to do, and we just need to be careful about finances.
What we spend money on and what we don't. So, that's sometimes where I know some of our viewers don't like the sponsorships and stuff. It's like, however, sometimes we need to do those in order to bring in enough money for us to be able to hire somebody to come in and help us.
Or to afford it, or to get that product.
Because we
would
wanted.
have had that product anyway.
Yeah. We either wanted or needed the product, and it was a way for us to be able to afford it without having to pay for it. So there's a lot that goes into consideration of what we do. We definitely don't do products that either we don't believe in, we haven't personally used or tested, or we don't think would be relevant to our viewers. That's always been important to us because
You don't want to promote those games?
The games.
Those mobile games?
Oh, we get so many. Jewelry, like some of the stuff, it's funny. I'm like, you clearly have not watched our channel, because have you ever seen me wear any jewelry whatsoever? Or like fashion stuff. I'm like, you don't want me to be your fashionista. So it's pretty funny. So I'm sure there are some where, maybe some of our viewers might find interest, but if it's something that we couldn't possibly use or give away, or think that it has some relevance to what we're working on, then we skip it. And that's hundreds and hundreds of emails that I go through and thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Any other questions on the house that we've gotten?
I mean, again, like I said, a lot of them were the same. It was the same common themes.
When and why? When will you be done, and why aren't you just moving in?
Yeah, like
while you're working on it. Yeah.
And why we don't get more help.
Yeah.
And it's some of it's obviously a lot of our friends that could help us. They have their own homesteads, and they have their own families and their own projects. And while they have been wonderful and helped and offered to help, it's sometimes we don't need help when they're available, or the timing just doesn't work out. So I think maybe once we get to flooring or some of the other bigger projects, definitely the ceiling, we might put out another call for help. But the ceiling, hopefully, what we decided to go with should not, it would be too hard for just one person to do, I think, holding up a 12-foot board.
Yeah.
Without lifts or without figuring out ladders and things.
I can put in little pieces where I can have something hold one edge and I'm doing the other edge, and and that'll just increase the complexity and then time for it. Getting some help might be, it just might be one of those where
it's worth it.
It's worth it, but we're it's kind of the same boat where, I don't know if you guys, I know you don't watch, but I don't know if you guys watch Simple Life Reclaimed I watch them every once in a while. And they're building their own house from the ground up, literally. And there's been a lot of same questions, like, why aren't you guys done with the house yet? You guys been working on it for 2 or 3 years. And they're like, because we don't we're doing this, we're doing it as we have the money. They're doing it debt free. We have a mortgage on this place.
Yeah.
And so they can't constantly work on it because they just don't have the budget for it. And so for us,
What is that?
the banging that you're hearing is the washer machine is using the water, and the water lines that are currently underneath the floor joist or underneath the floor, I don't have securely tied to the floor joist, and so they move anytime the water goes on and off.
I'm like,
It's banging, yeah. Yeah, I need to go down there with water clips, water ties, and yeah. So anyway.
I just keep hearing like is do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there, and I know you guys are all anxious to see it done. We are too.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole gotta figure out the furniture thing, and then
all that stuff.
you know, and then all of the like where we're putting artwork.
Just leave that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. Don't you worry your pretty little head about all that. You just worry about the finishing.
I never worry.
Never.
I never worry my pretty little head off.
Nope. You never stress or analyze or
Nope.
think about any of that.
Nope. I am the most just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Don't overthink things. I am Buddha.
Yep. That is 100% you.
I am Buddha.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it, right? Is
Yeah,
that it?
I think that's a good update for kind of where we're sitting with everything and kind of the whys behind it all. But, you know, I'm proud of us.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
proud of you. I think you've done an amazing job considering like 75, 80% of this has been just you,
Oh yeah.
completely alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with 95.
95? Okay.
The flooring and the ceiling work, that was a lot of work, and I really, really, really appreciate Jim's help because that really propelled forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, man alive.
And yeah, we're comfortable with it and we know it's
Oh yeah.
well, anything you do, I'm usually pretty sure you did it right because you've researched every different angle about it.
That's one thing I do is I research like a champ.
Yep. That's the other thing that I think when sometimes things take a while, it's like, hold on, we have to look through every possible scenario. Oh, found a different possible scenario. Let's go down this one. So, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It just, when you're on a time frame, that's the only time when it's...
Are we on a time frame?
Hey,
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I'm, you know, I have very little say in it because I don't have a lot of bandwidth to help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I help where I can, and things that I know I can help propel forward, I will. But like choices and designs and things like that, like when he's like, hey, I need you to help me figure this out because I need to know what you want, then it's like, okay, give me a date.
Yeah. Give me a date. That's
Tell me
correct.
when you need this done by, and I will have it done by that time.
Right. If there's no date, don't expect it.
Don't expect it. No date, you ain't getting it. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.